Sup? Remette knives. Come on, man. This is I've done some Remettes on the channel. I've owned some. I think I still own some. But, they got into the higher end knives. Like when I first checked them out, they were kind of for sure a budget line. And, the last year they really kind of pushed those envelopes. And I mean, good for them. Well, this is one of them. This is a Remette Woodpecker. And it's pretty interesting based on what I know about it. So I'm excited to do this and check it out. Very cool little box. I mean, you all know how I feel about boxes, though. I mean, put it in a bubble pack, man. And these little cases, I don't know. Does anybody store their knife in that? I don't think so. I mean, if you're the person that does, it's your fault that we got these. So knock it off, man. Yeah, I don't know. The prevailing thought is well, if they didn't package them like that no more, they'd still charge the same amount of money. We just have bad packaging, and that's probably true. Look at this thing. Gray titanium scales. It's got like something going on here that's got a bunch of micro milling in it on both sides. Is that there's a material that I'm thinking of, and it makes me wonder if that's that, or if that's just titanium that's been anodized, or does it just look like that because of the milling? And anyways, one of the things you notice right away is there's no hardware. What's going on there? Got a spot for a little diode, which, hey, comment below. Where do you buy those? Because, man, I see this all the time, but I don't know where to buy that. If I wanted one of those little diodes, I've looked. I don't know where to get them. Weird. It's got a lanyard slot. Blade is centered. Well, let's get that blade out. Wow. So it's a liner lock. The action's kind of stiff. Thumb flick. So it's got thumb flick, spidey flick, and front flipper. I mean, it's kind of a little chunk. Yeah, it's kind of a little chunk. I mean, the action is hydraulic. The thumb flick's money. Spider flick, yeah, it's money too. It's got like a fuller effect on top of the hole, so you don't even have to go down in the hole. It's really sharp right there. Big, tall, flat grind. Nice tip. What's a steel? M390 steel. Well, so let's get in it. Well, here's the way you get in this knife. What's that? A little piece of fuzz. There's a button right here that you push down on. I guess. Yeah, there. Push down on that button. It's not easy. And then my understanding is the scale slides forward. And there, like so. I pushed down on that button, and then that scale slid forward, and it just lifts off. Come on, man. That's crazy cool. And there was no movement in it. We'll check it when we put it back together, make sure that there's no movement. But, wow. Am I going to take it apart? Yeah, heck yeah. It's too crazy different to not take it apart. Look at that liner lock over there in the other frame. It's got a steel inserted liner lock in these titanium scales. And then I think that's a tuning fork. Now, man, I've had too many bangs in my ears um, throughout my life. Even what is it, the Lamif that I have that has that tuning fork. Other people watch the video and they go, "Oh, that ring is amazing." I'm here and I don't hear nothing. I don't hear nothing. So I didn't hear nothing opening this either. Y'all might comment and go, "Oh yeah, I heard it." So yeah, I'm gonna dig in. A little Loctite on a pivot. I mean, to be honest, it looks like any other knife. It looks like it's got a backspacer here, and then a liner, a steel liner. I say that I don't know what it is, but looks like it's got a steel liner, and then this side's just a titanium scale with a steel insert for the liner lock portion. I think I'm going to unlock that blade. All right, what's got to go? And why is there a screw there? What's that for? Must be something under there I'm not seeing. I'm going to take this one. Tiny little screws, T6s. And I'm going to take this one. And I think visually, I can't see what that screw and what that screw go into. I don't see them going into anything. So I'm not going to take them off. And the fact that it's super loose, I think I'm right. I don't think they go into anything. Let's look. Yeah, they don't. They're just in there. What was that? Stop pin. It's got a steel inserted washer, so I'm guessing that's titanium. Yeah, it's got a titanium liner inside a titanium scale, and I could see. So this locks this to the knife. This attaches to the knife, and this attaches to this and locks it up. So yeah, very cool, very innovative. And that doesn't appear to want to come off. Let's see if we can get the blade off. There we go. It's got these really cool looking, well, that's not going to come out. Yeah, 100% that won't, because I'd have to get this other scale off. And I mean, looking at it, I guess I could take it off. It's just a couple of screws. But it permanently attaches this steel liner to the titanium scale. Whereas on the other side, it's temporary. This looks like it should come off. Oh, I'll bet you there's screws underneath this steel scale, this steel liner, going into the backspacer. So unless I take these 4 screws off, I'm not going to get the backspacer off. But I'm not going to take that off. Yeah, there's no reason for me to do that. I'm going to wipe all that down real nice, put a light coat of oil on it, and call that good. I want to get a closer look at these. Look at these little, I'm surely that's brass and ceramic. Yeah, well, I think it's brass and steel balls versus ceramic. Because that magnet's picking them up. Let's do this. Yeah. Yeah, they're little steel balls in brass cages. Very cool. Multi-rolled. I mean, wow. All right. Towel and get to wiping, right? Nice blasted finish on the blade, but then here on the flat, it's got like a hand sand finish. Very cool. Awesome. I mean, I get it, but somebody really pulled out the engineering, right? Like this is look at the the intricate milling and the way that all that had to be done right for it to work. I mean, top shelf stuff. And maybe somebody answer down below. I know I asked another question, but I got another question. Um, does Remette manufacture their own product, or do they have an OEM? Is somebody else making it for them? Somebody answer that, and I can tell you whoever made this, the 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 CNC work and the milling that's gone into the liners and the scales to hold everything together. I mean, it's a pretty precise piece. I dig it. I like I like complicated. As long as like if the knife didn't open, you know what I mean? Or if it was super awkward, and if it had me going, well, it's cool conceptually, but execution is a whole nother thing. It's not a cool knife. I ran the knife. I mean, and from what I've already seen of the action on it, yeah, I'm impressed, man. I dig it. I dig it. I would love to go see them make this knife, right? See the different people that are involved in the different steps and stages. Who's doing what? All right, I just want a small amount of this lightweight oil. I don't want a bunch of oil running around on this knife. Same on this one. Nice. Sound like Leonard. Nice. Fits perfect. The action's smooth. Okay. Let me get that stop pin back in. There we go. Yeah, so this mounts to the back spacer. Yeah, so it's got two screws and then two pins that line everything up. I think I'm going to get the tension off the blade, like so. Yeah, that was necessary to get all that to line up. And then I've got these two small screws that hold that liner to the knife. And the pivot also holds that liner down. Clearly, I have to check the action before I button this thing up because once I button it up, I can't adjust nothing. I mean, the indicators right now is this thing's ridiculous right now. Let's put this scale on. I'm excited to get it on because, golly, that just felt good. So I just line it up, and I believe it just snaps back into place. You just pull it back. Yep, there it just clicked in there. And so there's no wiggle, it locks in like it's on screws. Here, I'm going to run that action a little bit. Let me check that blade one more time. I mean, it's kind of late. I already put scale on, but do you hear it ring? I don't hear nothing. All right. Well, I'm going to give the action an A minus. It just feels a little stiff. The blade is centered. I thought it run better until I put it together. I could have it too tight. I mean, there's definitely no play in it. I'm going to check it. Okay, so I pulled the scale, and the pivot was crazy tight. And so right now here, without it put together, there's no rock, and it feels like it's running with the wind. So let's put this scale back on. There it is. So no rattles, nothing's loose. Oh yeah. I'm going to kind of upgrade my assessment. I'm going to say it's an A to an A minus. Leaning towards an A. It's really nice. And it's such an innovative piece, it gets credit for that. You know, if it was just a run-of-the-mill, liner lock or whatever, maybe it would be an A minus. But because of all the other stuff going on, the beautiful titanium, the bead finish, the stonewash finish here, whatever this is, I don't even know. Yeah, I'm going to say it's leaning towards an A, and it is awesome. Yeah, wonderful. Ergonomics, I mean, there's little pokey parts like right here, back here. There's little pokey parts, but none of them are hot. I just notice them. That's all. Nothing's hot, but I can feel stuff. Very comfortable in hand. I think it'd be a wonderful slicey knife. Reverse grip. I went right to this Pakal grip here, and I can get it here, and I can cap it with my index finger and then thumb over. Kind of like holding a golf club, I guess. But yeah, I can get there, and then this is very intuitive. Yeah, the reverse grip on this. Yeah, nice. I mean, the ergos are okay. It's not a hard work knife. This ain't, hey, let's go bush camping. That's no. It's not a survivalist knife. It's a pocket knife that's got great conversation, amazing aesthetics, and good ergos, and wonderful action. Yeah, very cool. Pocket clip. Let's check it. Thin jean size, standard jean size material, a little over half an inch sticking out, but great tension on the shorts. Yeah, it had excellent tension on standard jean size material. Yeah. I don't know if I can, I can get the thick stuff, and it doesn't run out of room. It ran all the way in. Yep. And my spot in the back pocket. Yep. Very nice. Man, I got to refold these shorts. This is a nightmare. It's just like a big ball of pockets, right? Safety. We catch that blade anywhere. Just gonna pet that doggy. So the tip's nicely recessed. I can't get through there, and the clip is awesome. So yeah, very nice. Um, let's check that lock, the liner lock. It's 100% behind the blade, and it looks like 50% total lockup. But it's locked up all the way to this outer edge over to 50%. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, I didn't have any doubt that wasn't going to just be stout. Um, it's got not much of a sharpening choil. This is a great example of for me to kind of give my 2 cents on sharpening choils. So you can see the angle runs. I need to be careful, but you can see the angle runs all the way to there, like right to the back of the blade. And so one or two, three sharpenings at best, especially if you're laying it down and putting a little finer edge on it or whatever. Um, and I just noticed that that flat finish runs all the way up this edge, that hand satin finish, that sanded finish. Wow, very cool. And then this part's bead blasted, but that satin finish runs there, and that's bead blasted back there. Very cool. What a neat touch. And if you catch it in the light right, you can see it. It's almost like it's been pinstriped, or, I don't know how to describe that. But back to this sharpening choil. If I'm if I'm sharpening that to where I'm getting in and putting a smile here, it means I'm using the knife, and so it's probably got scuffs on it and cuts, and the blade is marred up because I'm using the knife, and so the least of my concern is going to be this. Now I know I'm in a minority. Most people, if they sharpen it and it gets a little smile, it comes back here, they're just like, oh, I can't have it. I hate it. I ruined the knife because it's got a smile on it. For me, if I'm sharpening it like that, it means I'm using the knife. And once I start using a knife and I'm carrying it in my pocket and I'm actually cutting with it, it's not like a self defense piece that's really nice that I'm carrying in my back pocket, that if I got a cut, I don't reach for it. I reach for the one in my front pocket. If I'm opening a box or I got to cut some twine off of, an axle or something, I don't go for that one in my back pocket. That's a self-defense piece, and it's really nice. Not always. Like, I put users there too, but if I was going to carry this, that's probably where this would go. It'd just be a nice knife back there. Now, to be honest, the size of it, I might put this in the front pocket and put a user in my back pocket, and this would just be a great conversation piece, you know, honey, get your knife. I got to cut a thread. And then I get it. Somebody's like, oh, what do you got there? That kind of thing. Plus, I just feel good. I feel better carrying it. I like to have it in my pocket. It's my sissy. It's my nuck. It's my pacifier, man. Anyways, so the sharpening choil is not a big deal to me. Speaking of that M390, what's it going to do? Is it going to be impressive from Remette? I can tell you that it better be, because all I have is this really difficult, tiny, super thin, flimsy piece of paper for it. Yeah, yeah, buddy. I could whittle that piece of paper up a bunch more because this thing is crazy sharp. Crazy. Yeah, very cool. All right, so the Remette Woodpecker. Um, I think you'll find this one over at Timber's Edge Knives. Go take a look. If it's there and it's sold out, it's because somebody bought it. If it's not there, it's because I bought it. I don't know. Yeah, but let me see. Let me get a price on it because once I tell you the price, you may go, absolutely not. Okay, well, these look to be in this version. There's a couple of other versions with like crystallized titanium and some other stuff, but this solid titanium like this, they look to be listing for a tick over 200, which I think puts this one down around 190 at Timber's Edge Knives if you're interested. So yeah, pretty cool. Hey, I appreciate you watching. What a neat knife. I love some of the new stuff that's coming, right?